In healthy relationships, couples don't compete with each other or get jealous of each other's success. We are a team. I cheer for you, you cheer for me. If a man can't celebrate my wins, he is not for me. Hello, lovelies. I hope you had a wonderful week since we last connected. I so look forward to spending this time with you every week, and I hope you look forward to it as well. This is part 2 of What is a Healthy Relationship. If you've not heard part 1, hop off here, go to last week's episode because it will give this episode more context. If you already caught part 1, let's continue. Last week we talked about our being inside a relationship. So the words were authentic, whole, unselfish, and open. Those are the ways that we can be in a healthy relationship. Today, let's discuss how healthy relationships feel. Have you ever been on a date and that person across the table felt like a weight? Like their energy was just heavy and serious, and it felt stifling. Now, I don't mean you have to be giggling and cracking jokes at dinner at a five-star restaurant. That's not what I mean. I mean the energy is off and the air is like thick. And you are so happy the food has arrived so you can stop trying to talk to this person. So contrast that with those encounters where you meet someone, you strike up a conversation and you talk and you talk and you talk until you look around and you realize the party's over. Everyone has left. The host has gone to bed and you're still talking to this person that you met 8 hours ago over the potato salad. There's that feeling of connection and excitement, maybe even a little bit familiarity. I'm not talking sexual energy here. I'm talking something else. A lot of the women I interviewed for my Wise Collective have stories of losing track of time when they met their great love because they were swirling, girl, in each other's energy fields and no one else mattered. In this very special place, you feel light, like you're floating on joy. So that's our first feeling, light. It's the opposite of the earlier date example where you just couldn't wait to leave even though you were at a five-star restaurant. But feeling light is not just about the first time you meet and you talk for hours. I mean, that's just the beginning of it. Okay. My friend Susan, who's been married to her husband for 35 years, y'all, she explains it like this. Being with him was and still is like having an incredible lightness of being. I've never felt heavy with him. One thing I noticed immediately with Peter, that's her husband, is how much I laughed. I'd slowly stopped laughing when I was with my ex. Susan and Pete just bought a van to do road trips together through the US and Canada because they still have that lightness around each other and they love to be together. Healthy relationships feel light. Even when you're in those difficult times, those times that are challenging you to grow, you still don't feel like it's the breaking point. There is a knowing inside of you that the two of you will get back to your earlier buoyancy. All right, next, we got a lot of points to cover here. Healthy relationships make you feel excited. So this one's a two-part concept. First, you feel excited about shared experiences. This one's my love language. I really enjoy doing things together, whether it's window shopping or visiting a new country. Now, it's great when you happen to like the same things, right? Like you both like playing tennis together or reading autobiographies or singing, but you don't have to like all the same things to enjoy shared experiences. And let me explain. My husband loves everything space related, right? Everything. I'm a sci-fi girl, right? I can hold my sci-fi conversations with the best of them. But I don't read NASA news or get excited about space launches. That's just, that's not my thing. But that is his jam. So because I love him and I love to see him happy. I surprise him with trips to observatories and science centers and space talks, and it makes him giddy. I love libraries. Now, he likes libraries too, but libraries are my thing. So he will surprise me with trips to beautiful libraries no matter where we are. I have seen spectacular libraries all over Europe and the US, and just it's taken my breath away. And there's something about being surrounded by books that make me very happy. I'm also all about the beach. He loves the forest, especially if there are redwoods nearby. Being in California, we get the beautiful redwoods. We have both come to appreciate all of it, like just nature. But mostly, it's really fun just being together. So again, excited about shared experiences. Part two of the excited is that you feel excited for the future. Whew, there are few things worse than being in a relationship that you can't imagine a future that you want to live inside with this person. Ooh, that's a huge red flag. When I got married the first time, I was desperate to be loved and to validate to the world that I was lovable. So I was desperate, y'all. But I knew the future didn't look bright with this person. I knew it. As a matter of fact, 3 weeks before the wedding, I called up a girlfriend. I was like, get over here to my apartment. I was crying and I said, I think I want to call off the wedding. Yeah. You know what? Let me just stop. I think this right here is a prophetic word for somebody who's listening today. I'm not even a prophet, y'all. I'm not claiming to be a prophet. But I want to stop here and say, sis, if you're having doubts now, yes, I'm talking to you. You've got that rock on your finger. You have the designer gown hanging in your closet. It does not matter how much the flowers cost or that the invitations already went out. Listen to your intuition. If the future with this person does not look the way you desire your future to look and feel, get out now. It's not worth it. Speaking from experience. Okay, back to our previously scheduled program. The future with this person should feel in alignment with what you desire for your life. Does that mean everything will go as planned? If you've been alive more than 1 year, you know the answer to that. Okay? But don't set yourself up for grief and heartache when you can see the things that don't line up from this angle. We get a pass when we get sideswiped, when someone deliberately deceives us. But it hurts so much more when you saw the smoke and you ignored the coming fire. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just trying to help you, sis. Moving on, we got a lot to cover. Healthy relationships make you feel supported. All right. One of my favorite interviews for my upcoming book, yes, that was a plug, was with a woman named Kate. And Kate lives in Mexico. And she shared this experience that she had with her husband. Chris and I were headed for China for a year when a few weeks before we were supposed to leave, my memoir was nominated for a Bisexual Book Award. The ceremony was in New York City. I said to Chris, "Oh man, we're leaving for China soon," and he immediately said, "No, you should go. How often do you have a book that's nominated for an award? This will be a great experience for you." She went on to say, so I went to New York for 3 days, and I'm so glad he encouraged me to go because my book won. I have so many examples like this with him. Oh, yes, that's freaking awesome. In healthy relationships, couples don't compete with each other or get jealous of each other's success. We are a team. I cheer for you, you cheer for me. If a man can't celebrate my wins, he is not for me. I'm a person who has a lot of radical ideas. I will admit it. Ideas like, honey, let's move to LA and I can pursue acting and TV writing, even though I'd never done TV writing in my life. Babe, we should sell our stuff, give up our apartment in Los Angeles, and travel the world indefinitely as luxury house sitters. I said that. I think we should make a short film together about that time that woman tried to get you to photograph her wedding for almost free. In every one of these situations, my husband said, yes, let's do that, to all of my crazy ideas. And we have lived some incredible adventures together, y'all. Yes, we did move to LA and I pursued my acting and TV writing. Yes, we did give up the apartment and travel Europe for 3 years. We wanted to do the whole world for like forever. But then, COVID came. And this year, like 4 months ago, we made that short film together. You can check it out on YouTube. I will leave a link in the show notes. So support can look so many different ways. Some women said they were able to return to college because their spouses took over childcare and home responsibilities, like 100%. Others had stories of spouses who shared in the care for a dying parent. Over the course of a lifetime, what type of support we'll need from each other will change. But in a healthy relationship, we are there for each other through all the stages. And last point, in a healthy love relationship, you feel genuinely loved, right? That should be an obvious one. How this plays out is going to be different for each of us. The 5 love languages are real. If you are not familiar with them, here's a quick rundown. Words of affirmation. You look lovely in that dress. Acts of service. Oh no, babe, I'll do the laundry today. Receiving gifts. I bought you a subscription to the New Yorker. Yeah, that would definitely do it for me. Quality time. Let's take a hip hop dance class together. Physical touch. Oh, babe, come here. Let me rub your feet. Yes. I found that women I interviewed who were between the late 30s and their early 70s for my WISE Collective. I keep mentioning them because they are a huge part of this podcast. So much of the wisdom that you're getting is coming from them in addition to my experiences. So anyway, the WISE Collective appreciated practical acts of love. So what does this look like? Well, some of what I heard was, he walks the dog in the morning so I can sleep in. He packs my trail mix before I go on a hike. He cooks for me when I come home from work. She touches my arm when I'm stressed and it instantly relaxes me. He leaves me notes around the house telling me he loves and appreciates me. And my own example, she puts my towel, oh goodness, why am I messing this up? He puts my towel in the dryer at night so it's hot when I get out of the shower. Just so you know, there are couples in the book who are heterosexual and bisexual and lesbian, and so sometimes I'm missing and messing up my pronouns. I do apologize. I think movies and Instagram have made us think, if our partners aren't flying us to Rio, he's trash. Don't get me wrong, flights are always appreciated, but everyday life is 24/7, and those small practical acts of love, they do add up, and they do feel amazing. So let's recap. Healthy love relationships make you feel light, excited about shared experiences and the future, supported and loved. All right? I hope that this blessed you. As usual, please leave a comment or review. A review would be awesome on this episode because I love to hear from you. If this episode brought you clarity, if it brought you inspiration, please consider sponsoring this podcast or giving a one-time gift even. It helps me have more time to interview and create quality content weekly. Look in the show notes for details. I will see you next week.